My name's Monica, and this is my husband Tim. Together, we have this little guy, Carter. And now, we're just trying to figure out life. TimMon life.
Good morning, and welcome back to the vlog. I'm just gonna say in advance, you're gonna have to deal with this angle of the camera at the moment, because I'm recording this on my phone, and it is locked onto a holder. Yes, I have Sharpie all over my hands. Today's the day. I know we talked about like the day of like going back to the office and all of that stuff, but today is the day that Mr. Carter starts real daycare with other kiddos. Oh my god, I'm getting emotional. It's been a morning. I'm running late, per usual, because I told myself 10 times yesterday, pack all his stuff he's gonna need for daycare. And did I do it? No, I did it this morning, so it's my fault, and that's why we're running late. But we're headed to daycare. God, I feel so cheesy. It's so hard. For somebody who deals with anxiety, and like I have been diagnosed with an anxiety disorder, leaving my kid in the care of somebody that I don't know, like on a personal level, is so hard. Especially in the industry that I work in, I see the worst of the worst, which doesn't help my anxiety. So it's hard today. I didn't think I was going to be this emotional about it. I was feeling fine until I left the house. But I do feel really good about the daycare that we chose, because when we went, the assistant director there, she knew every single kid by name, and when a parent would come to the door, she knew exactly whose parent and whose kid, you know, and all of that. And this isn't like a tiny daycare either. It's a decently sized daycare. And she was just happy and excited, and the facilities are really nice. They're redoing part of it too, so just I think it's a control thing too. My son has been home with me for the last he's been home with me for the last like his whole life except for 1 month, so like 15 months out of his 16-month life he's been with me, and I've gotten to see, you know, every single one of those milestones, and like I know, you know, what he's eating and how much he's eating to make sure, you know, he's healthy, and you know, no one's picking on him, and he's being taken care of, and his diapers are getting changed. And so I've got to let up a lot of that today. I really didn't think I was going to be this emotional. So here I am, talking to a camera at 7 in the morning. I know I put on like that brave face a lot, that everything's gonna be okay, we're gonna sort it out, we're gonna figure it out. But it's hard. And if there's any other mamas out there feeling that way, it's okay. We're in this together. And somehow we'll get through it. camera so I can hopefully stop crying to finish this drive. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, here we go. I just wanted to film a very quick update. I have only called the daycare once today. I asked others what the socially acceptable amount is. I would say like 5 or 6, but I only did it once. So I called about an hour after I dropped him off, and they said he had calmed down, that he wasn't crying, that he was having breakfast. So that's good. So yeah, how many times is socially acceptable to you to call daycare on their first day? And they've never been in daycare before. How many times is it socially acceptable to call, like, on a normal day? Thoughts. I'm gonna ask the daycare, like, what they see. I'm sure that they're gonna tell me, you can call anytime. Please. I don't want to be that mom, but I am that mom. And you know what? I'm okay being that mom. Anyways, yeah, so other than that, it's been a interesting Monday at work, but I get to go pick up the kiddo soon. Okay, well, Monica of the future here. Doesn't this look familiar, guys? Doesn't that sound great too? I've been working from home this week. It's about a week later, or it's almost 2 weeks later from when I filmed this video. Daycare germs are brutal. But to continue with this video, I only took one clip of picking Carter up. So let me start with the day we survived. We survived the day. I ended up only calling the daycare once. Tim called the second time to check on lunch and nap time and how that went. So it went well. So I have this little clip of picking Carter up. It's actually like a live video that I've turned, or a live photo that I've turned into a video. So here's that. Carter. Doesn't he look like so disheveled? Like, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so we made it through the whole first week. And then Friday, he started coming down with like a cold, which he'd been teething. So we knew that that was a thing. And then I started getting a sore throat by like Sunday. So obviously I call my bosses and say, hey, I don't feel well. I'm not going to come into the office and get anybody sick. I eventually lost my voice this week, like almost completely. It is now Friday and I'm sort of back to normal. Carter, on the other hand, like had the cold, the cough, the snot, wanted to sleep. But daycare germs are no joke. I just want to keep him home for that reason. Tim is not sick, or anything. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we think Carter also picked up pink eye. 'Cause any tips, tricks, for keeping kids not germy and sick? I know it's gonna happen. He's got to build his immune system, but he was miserable this week. I was miserable this week because I think he may have also potentially passed the pink eye to me. Taking meds and everything for that. He is not contagious anymore. His cleared up. He was on antibiotics for like 5 days because of it. But now I'm just here chilling at home these days. So yeah, our daycare journey continues. Some of the anxieties that I had have kind of resolved themselves. I still think about him so many times throughout the day. And there was one statement that I said this week that really kind of hit home, was the people at his daycare, the people who take care of him and love on him and give him attention and affection, see him more than I do. Like, he's with them 5 days a week for the same amount of time that I'm at work. Like, they see him more than I do. They get to interact with him more than I do. And I think that sucks. And I think that just says so much about the society that we live in. Like, why does it have to be that way? Like, why we have to pay bills? Like, and I have a career, and yeah, I love my job. Tim has to, like, we both have to work though. Like, even if it wasn't my career that I love, like, we still have to work to pay bills. And that's how it is for a lot of families. And we actually do pretty decent, but like, we still have to work. I don't know where I'm going with that, but the mamas who have been doing this for years, I applaud you. I'm sure I'll get there someday. But it's hard. And this is something that, like, nobody really talked about when I was, you know, like, before I had kids. Like, yeah, obviously I have nieces and nephews and stuff, but they've had interesting dynamics where they're able to be with their kids a lot more than I am. And I think that sucks because I feel like I'm penalized sometimes for having a career or wanting a career and to be a mom at the same time. Like, I love my kid so much and I want to spend all the time that I can with him. And so I appreciate that the pandemic has put a shift and put a focus on what we value in life and where we want to spend our time. And I would just urge employers and companies to respect that. Like, we're not going to go back to the way things were before work from home and before the pandemic. And, you know, people had their lives put into a different perspective over the last 2 years. And we're entering the third year of a pandemic. The third year. No one thought we would be saying that. And here we are. And I know where my priorities are now. My family, my son. And so I would just urge companies and employers to remember that yes, there are goals in a business, there are priorities, but the people you employ are human beings too. Mental health is talked about now, and we need to continue talking about mental health, and we need to continue talking about these things because they're important. Give people leniency, give them flexibility. So I am just going to end this video wherever this ended up. Carter loves the people at his daycare. We're still working on the drop-off. It's still a little stressful for both of us. Crocodile tears. He is so good at them. But mamas, take care of yourselves. Take time for yourselves. Evaluate your priorities. If that means, you know, sorting out a way to be a stay-at-home mom, be proud of that decision, because that is a job in and of itself. And no one should knock you if that's a choice that you want to make. If you want to pursue that career, do it. Because you're setting an example for your child that you can do anything. So, I'm going to get off my high horse now, because none of us are perfect and we are just trying to get by in this life. So be kind. Be kind, be kind, be kind. And I'll see you next time.